Okay, so off camera, let's. I'm gonna tell you. Let's stop recording for a minute.
This is an unusual time,
We had purchased a sign company from a friend, and I realized really quickly that just because I bought the company doesn't mean the phone was gonna ring. I quickly realized that the one or two clients that were steadily giving us business was not gonna be enough. So I went out and started attending seminars, and it was actually a business coach. He gave this seminar on how to grow your business, and he talked about BNI, and I thought, I'm gonna check it out. I walked into the meeting, and by the end of that meeting, I'd gotten business enough to pay for my membership. And I thought to myself, what's not to like? Let's try and figure this out. And that's basically how we got started. I became president of my chapter, and at the time there was no local presence in southern Alberta, and I was approached by Don Morgan, who was the national director for BNI at the time. And so I started helping him, do the member success program, and I would help him when he needed to start a chapter. And I remember the day the business coach at the time looked at Dele and I, and he said, Moji, you are spending more time on BNI than you are on your sign business. You need to make a decision as to whether or not, which of these you're going to be doing long term. And so we made that business decision at that time, and that's how we decided to purchase the franchise and see where it goes.
Over 90, maybe 99%, maybe 95% of people in BNI are fantastic people. They just you love being around them, you love helping them achieve their goal, and but once in a while you hear someone come across like, you're just in it for the money, In fact, people will ask, I don't want to imply that there's a lot of them, but you know how it works. Sometimes you're speaking and you're speaking to 100 people, 99% of them say, wow, what a great job you've done. And then the one person that says it's crap, that's the one that's the one that's ringing behind your head all day long.
So, I want to talk a little bit about some of the reactions we got when the pandemic hit. And quite frankly, BNI has been around for 35 years. We perfected the art of meeting in person. We know right to every minute of a BNI meeting what we need to be doing. And so we had no idea staying home during lockdown and not being able to get into meetings, what that would look like. However, in a really short time, BNI was able to pivot in such a way that we now were meeting online. Well, there was mixed reactions to that. There were those who were like, thank you, I have a way to stay connected. Even though the whole world is crazy, I can stay grounded and continue to see this team of people. I actually remember one lady that I called one time, and I called maybe for a 5-minute call, and I could tell that every time I tried to drop the phone, she'd ask me another question. And she finally said to me, listen, I'm home with my teenage son. He will not talk to me. I just want a dog conversation. And at that point, I put my agenda aside. I'm like, let's talk. And I just gave her the time she needed, right? But then I also had people who were like, how dare you? This is not the right time for us to expect to do meetings. I get it. There was fear. There was, confusion, there was chaos. So it's just learning to patiently embrace where people are at, and us all remembering that we're part of a community, and that part of creating that win-win is realizing how we need to be there for each other regardless of what we're feeling and what we're experiencing.
Obviously, the pandemic has taught us a lot of things, and in some cases helped us to discover who we are. Sometimes as business owners, and not just only business owners, as people, we get away from ourselves. We use excuses. I have a meeting. I have to run out to a meeting. People there. I need to. We get so busy. But then, as soon as this pandemic hit and we locked down, we can't really go out and do that. All of a sudden, you start to think, can I really live with myself?
I don't know how people do it. If you do not have the support of a mutual group of people who understand. I think being a business owner is lonely. I am incredibly proud to be part of a group of people who just want to be there for each other. Nothing gives me more joy than looking at a BNI member who's, maybe someone who came in and they're struggling, and people come around and surround them and mentor them and help them be a better business person, not just a better BNI member. I mean, that's great, but to be a better business person overall. And I think we have that. We have an organization where people truly, genuinely care about each other. And I think for me, I think let's keep doing it, because at the end of the day, as business owners, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And there's not a lot of people, patting us on the back and saying, well done, and out there to support us and acknowledging us and recognizing us for the things that we're doing. And I just think it's amazing to be part of a team of people that do that for each other. And I'd say, well done. Let's keep doing it.